Get goes everybody, because they will continue to play Sepia. Cheers. Where were we? Here we go. My head is spinning. I don't want to think, I don't want to think, I don't want to. It's there, it keeps coming back. I see her, and what was it she called herself? The person I wish I'd ever met? Is she here to haunt me? But then why do I feel so? The girl in the sunset watches me. Like a figure in a faded photograph, she watches me. Like a portrait, like yourself in a house of mirrors, watching, always watching. She just won't blink. Maybe she's just an actual portrait. All the while the snow continues to fall. Myra's figure dances through my mind, trapping me somewhere between curiosity and awe. It's the beginning of winter. As the snow dusts the city streets, I can't help imagining that her footprints will turn up very, very soon, even though it was established when she was at the rooftop that there were no footprints, but whatever, I guess so. I guess it depends on whether their footsteps exist, depending on the fucking narrative, or not narrative, depending on whatever the writer feels like. You okay? Now what? Come on. Day 2, winter strolls. Alright. Cool. Darkness. It's killing me. The blackness is thick and mud-like. I look around me, but it's clear that I'm the only one here. But there should be another. Oh, not that anime. Fuck. She might enjoy hide and seek, but I have a hunch that she isn't very good at it. My heart races alongside my feet. What's going on? My body feels light. What the fuck? What's going on? Yeah, she's a little more. She's close. I know. Is there like a video game? Am I suddenly transported into Pac-Man's arcade? This song, I know I've heard it before, but where? Nah. Is it Game Theory with Mad Pant? Rain, I'm warning you. If that song continues for another minute, Who the heck leaves their ringtone on max on a Saturday morning? Somebody who wants to wake up? Sorry. The next thing I hear is the sound of rushing water as I prepare for the morning. There's something odd about the lucidity of that dream. 2 days in a row, too. Unless this is Myra's doing somehow. Except no, this can't be anything more than a coincidence. I approach it logically. For one thing, I never did figure out how she disappeared from the roof, yeah. She couldn't have jumped to the ground from that distance, much less without a single footprint, yep. There was a soft noise after she jumped, but that was it. Maybe that was a, what do you call it, a test dummy. A test dummy come to life. Maybe she jumped onto a balcony or something, but then where did she vanish off to? Yeah, where did she vanish? Although the real question is, why would anyone do that to begin with? To fuck around with us. She knew what school I went to, too. She somehow knew what route I take home. But if she knows me, why do I not recognize her? She knows you, though, but she's not saying anything. She knows something, but she doesn't want to say. No, this is all wrong. The dream doesn't make any sense. None of this makes sense. It doesn't even matter. If she wants to dig up my memories, she'll have to try harder than that. Fucking motorcycles everywhere, man. What the fuck? All right then, breakfast. I'm up before rain for once. This is more rare of an occurrence than it should be. Morning, Anishan. I glare at her. She stops. So, was that one of your friends calling this morning? Yeah, sort of. I told her to call last night, but she missed me, so... She scratches the back of her head and gives her best oops sorry look. You know, that ringtone of yours woke me up this morning. Really? Sorry. That's not bad for a fake blush, but it's not superb. 6 over 10. Did I mention that I was having a nice dream when I was so rudely awoken? Oh, you were dreaming about Lillian? Of course not. I slammed the coffee mug down, but it doesn't earn as much of a flinch. Instead... Oh, so you weren't dreaming about her. Then what are you complaining about? By the way, you were going to Lucas' place to study today, right? Is Lucas like... no, it's not... Is it? Is it possible it's a reference to a Vocaloid? Nah, I don't think so. The tables have turned. Oh my god, was that an earthquake? Because the tables have turned. Perhaps. Okay. You were going to fail your exams and repeat a year with me in your class then. Well then, you know what you have to do. It's cold. Mark, I would want to be saying that it's freezing. Neither of us are willing to step into the attack range of this icy wind. Are you sure you want to go through with this? It's not like we're actually going to study. I know. I know, but I got a new culpable axle game. Don't you understand? What the hell is a culpable axle? It's cheap Japanese-style censorship. They'll never guess what we're really talking about. And who exactly is they? You know, them. The reptilians from the moon? No one's listening. Although with Mara around, I can't be so sure. Rin and I walk over to Lucas' place without any mishaps, plus or minus a few frozen fingers. Oh my god, we gotta amputate that. Goodbye, fingers. I'm gonna miss holding stuff. Oh, I hope he turned the heat on. I can't play with my fingers are cold. Don't worry, I'm sure he's comfortably huddled up in front of his computer. You'll see. Ding dong. The bell rings and no one answers. What? That's odd. I just called and he said he would be here. I'm gonna freeze to death out here. Aren't you at least a little worried that I'll freeze to death as well? Oh, Mark, how silly. You know I'll be gone before you. That's not the response I was looking for. It's not a competition. Well, it looks like there's only one thing we can do. Trespass. Ring glares mischievously at the front door. I have a bad feeling about this. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. What is this? A heavenly silhouette has come to harvest my soul already. Life is what it is, I suppose. Goodbye, cruel world. Piro. Ouch. What just happened? I'm greeted by Rin's worried face. Alright, that's enough. I'm alive already. No need to curse me further. That was dangerous. Don't you know that you shouldn't lunge at someone's feet with your temple? Someone could have gotten hurt. Someone? I seem to be a little cheery, though. Rin, just so you know, it isn't polite to charge into other people's front doors without permission. You gotta ask them first if you want to break down their door. Oh, I'm sorry. This makes the pulsing in my head a tad more bearable. Or maybe that's just the cold. Ah, look, there he is. Hey, sorry I'm late. I had to run out and grab some things for lunch. Did I keep you waiting long? He looks around. There's an indentation in the snow scattered around his walkway. Rin is leaning on her left foot because her right is sore from the impact, and I'm too dizzy to tell what's happening. He looks from the indentation to Rin to my head, then back to the indentation. Then he shrugs and unlocks the door. Grab whatever you want to eat. I'll meet you in my room in a few minutes. I start to thaw as we step inside. Ooh, he got a huge shark or an ice bug. Guess her guilt's worn off already. He scampers into Lucas's room and begins snooping around. I'm surrounded by 2D girls. This is heaven. Literally heaven. I escape from Rin before my soul gets sucked out of me. In the middle of the mess sits a cluttered desk with a glowing monitor. A glowing monitor? So I left his computer on and unguarded. I see. I admit that I'm curious, but am I that curious? Save. I'm pretty damn curious. Let's do this. I reach for the mouse and clear the screensaver with a daring poke. Yeah, that's slightly disappointing actually. He's just enjoying his regular dose of... Onichan, have you finally given in to your temptations? Wow. I knew it was only a matter of time. Okay, alright, I've got this. I'll take a deep breath and try to think of an excuse. This isn't the time to be taking deep breaths. Don't think, just talk. I was just, correction, don't think, just say something coherent. Really, there's no need to be shy. We both knew it would happen someday. That's not what it looks like. I swear the computer was like this when I got here. It's okay, Mark. It's normal to be curious. Will I regret asking precisely what you mean by curious? Well, you know, from looking at the screen, it's clear that you're about to. I see you've finally fallen, Mark. Every time he laughs like that, he does it for a reason. If you ever want to borrow anything, don't hesitate to ask. I'm always willing to aid the unenlightened in their journey to paradise. Lucas used Dark Invitation. It's super effective. I faded along with my reputation. That's a Pokemon reference. Well, I guess that's the end of that. Lucas brings us a few glasses of water and sits down while the fucking motorcycle ruins the fucking recording. I would ask why he only has water when he just came back from the grocery store, but he probably has other uses for his money. It's art, not porn. So, have you guys decided what you want to do? We could always take turns beating Mark in that new fighting game. Sounds like a plan. Don't I get any say in this? I thought you were supposed to study. It's been a while. I remember when Rain and I used to come over here all the time doing nothing but sitting around and chatting over some video games. Is it possible that Myra, what was the name of that character that just jumped off the roof? I forget. Was it Myra? It'd be funny if that character is like, I'm a visual novel character come to life. It's strange, but part of me feels like those days have vanished. Are they gone forever? They couldn't be. But even if we're doing the same old things, I can't help but glance out the window from time to time, mostly when my chest tightens. Oh, Mark, you're blushing. I'm not. Right, 3 years ago. It's alright, I'm not teasing you. Well, maybe at least a little. It's strange. It was different back then, but she's hardly changed at all. Cut it out already, I'm not in the mood. Of course you'd say that. Maybe so, but that doesn't make it any less true. Don't you have anything to do? Not really, unless you count homework. You've been on the computer all day, haven't you? I noticed you didn't end that sentence with a question mark. But school is boring. Besides, it's not like you're doing anything other than moping around. Told you I'm not. Her expression stops me in my tracks. I'm going upstairs, leave me alone. Fine. I'll just bother you again tomorrow. It's my emo phase. I turn to leave, but I feel her eyes on my back. I walk away. That was me. It's surreal. Was that really how I felt back then? It all seems to have faded over time, or maybe I just got numb. But that's no excuse to have ignored her like that. I'm sure she knows she's not that dense. Someday I owe her a nice long talk. I want her to know that I care about her. Okay? I don't care about you anymore. I don't care about you anymore, Mark. Wow. Did I win? You won. Wow. Who'd have thought? Yeah, you wait. I'll have my revenge next time. You say that every time. Fine then. Again, I'll try again. Sigh. We're going to be here for a while, aren't we? So we're supposed to study? By the time we left, our final score was 7-2. For her. Oni-chan, stop thinking so much. It's bad for your complexion. What? Oh, I guess we're already on the train. Complexion aside, yeah, I guess you're right. Right about what? The fact that you should stop thinking about Lillian? How could you say that with a straight face? Years of practice. Oh. Anyway, that's not what I was thinking about. I see then. Were you thinking of a way to admit to Lucas that you want to borrow one of his games? Let's just say that I've had a lot to think about lately. I think that's sufficiently vague and truthful. Yeah, figures. Her voice trails off as she sinks into the background. It doesn't say... If that doesn't say out of character, I don't know what does. You okay, Rin? Of course I'm fine. You're the one I was worried about. Did you just say you were No, you're not actually mad, are you? Of course I'm mad. Doesn't the pop vein in my head make it obvious? Sorry. It's just so rare that I get a chance to tease you. It doesn't count as teasing when you're cheating. How exactly am I cheating? I haven't figured that out yet. Seriously, I tried to mess with you by snapping you out of your daydream, and this is what I get? Not bad, huh? I admit that was a good play. Wait, so this was all a plan to mess with my head? I wasn't actually worried about you or anything. I just didn't want you to fall asleep on some poor girl's shoulder. I guess I should have reminded her that I'm standing, not sitting. That aside, what made you think there was a reason to be worried? Well, you've been zoning out a lot lately, and you were gazing out the window like an actor in a soap opera, and you've been distant lately. That's all. Perceptive. Sorry. Nah, it's no big deal. You have your own life, and I know there are things you wouldn't tell me about. Don't say it like that. It won't be long, alright? There's something I need to sort out. That's all. The train screeches to a halt at our destination. Rin grins as she pulls Lucas off his gaming device, but I can tell it's a thin coat of paint. Okay. It's uncomfortably cold. Then use the heater, I don't know, to adjust the temperature. Not barely cold, but uncomfortably. Just cold enough to make you wish you'd brought gloves when your breath is barely visible. It's the late fall equivalent of those drizzly days when you can't quite decide if it's worth taking out your umbrella. It's nostalgic. I pace back and forth to clear my mind, but it doesn't work. It's been years since I've seen him. Years. I should be excited, but something feels off. Gosh, it's cold. I'm not sure what I was expecting. Was he supposed to be the star of the football team, an emotional wreck, just another guy? There's no way he's forgotten everything that happened. I was struck with the strangest feeling when I talked to him the other day. He was mesmerized, of course, but his eyes were empty. It was like staring through frosted glass, virtually opaque. But I can't lose focus yet. I just wish I could shake the feeling that he isn't who he used to be. I guess 3 years is a long time. How the hell did you survive that jump off the goddamn building from the rooftop? Mark, look, we're finally here. Where are we going again? What? Holy crap, isn't that an Umineko? Feel free to browse, everyone. New customers are always appreciated. Nipa? Yeah, you'll be amazed. We have an endless amount of products. It's time. It's time. The Golden Land awaits us. Just so I'm clear, this is a store, right? Well, yeah. Okay, just checking. Well then, I don't really want to ditch them, but when I consider the possibility of what's behind those doors... Why not? Go in with them. Alright, I'll bite the bullet, kick common sense to the curb, and what have you. I'm going in. Good luck. Tell my parents I love them. I think I've heard Lucas mention that game. Maybe they're lining up for pre-orders. Is that canon? Nah. No, I don't think that's canon. As I wandered to the back of the store in search of wherever Rin and Lucas vanished to, I stumbled bits and pieces of conversation. I'm telling you, it's gonna be awesome. Pre-orders going up next week. I hear the TV station sign has an exclusive pillow cover too. Huh? I even know a guy who could get it across the border for ya. I'm out of here. Okay. Oh, my back, man. I guess a cold breeze strikes my cheek. Don't forget to stretch, boys. The hell? I look up and I find myself outside. Daydreams are a powerful thing. Oh, wait, maybe he's daydreaming all this time. Yeah. Okay, what now? The air cools my lungs with every breath, but it's refreshing in its own way. It isn't too late yet, but the sun is already starting to set. Refreshed, I decided to take the scenic route back to the mall entrance. Did I just catch a glimpse of a UFO? Does that look like a UFO? Bigfoot? Oh no, sorry. It's just daydreaming Lillian. Oh hey Mark, strange to see you out on a Saturday shopping with Rin, I suppose. She blurts out a barrage of words. I might regret asking this, but what were you thinking about just now? Nothing you would need to worry about. She tries to glare angrily at me, but I can't quite say that it's working. It wouldn't happen to have much to do with the shopping bag on the bench next to you. Of course not. Anyway, what are you doing out here? This isn't exactly weather for lounging. Maybe she's part husky. Maybe they like those guys. It's not weather for strolling either. You're as sharp as ever. Me? Sharp? I'm not like this around everyone. So you're saying I'm that predictable? Fuck. What? Is there something on my face? Well, no, it's just you got anime sweat on you. That sounded more coherent in my head. See, I'm only sharp around my slow-witted friends. I wouldn't go out of my way to. Slow-witted? So that's what you meant. Sorry, I didn't mean. I laughed a resigned laugh. It's alright, don't worry about it. I know you weren't implying anything. You're right, sorry. You don't need to apologize. Sigh. It's futile. Anyway, let's go for a walk. Sure, I'm just about fully rested. Right. Let's go. I look away unconsciously as my stomach flips itself over. I can't believe I sat there for so long. It's cold. Yeah, it is. Rin and I almost died this morning. What? It's nothing you need to worry about. I guess some stories are I guess some stories are better left untold. Though that reminds me, my head seems to have stopped hurting. We can go inside if you want. I'm sure they'll be able to find us. Nah, it's alright. Besides, it's a nice day, don't you think? It's in the afternoon now. Yeah, I guess it is. I fidget with whatever I can in my pocket. How are things going with the library committee? Well, we haven't had anything much to do for a while. Things are winding down for the holidays. And I suppose you have no need to worry about midterms? Well, I usually spend an hour a day studying, so there's no need to worry about tests. Schoolwork is easy once you study regularly, yeah. I know what she's going to say before she even says it. Shouldn't you be worrying about your tests, Mark? I got a feeling, Mark. I'll get through it somehow. Wait, let me explain. You see, some people are born hardworking, others aren't. I happen to fall into the latter category. That's your explanation? She hits me on the head. Yeah, literally. You know, if you don't work hard now, you'll never be able to get into a good university. And if you don't do that, you'll never get a good job. Then you'll never make good money. Doesn't this bother you even a little? Well, I guess you could say that it bothers me a little. It really doesn't bother me at all. Oh, you're gonna regret that. Sorry. You're doing badly enough as it is. What would happen if I weren't here to keep you on your toes like this? I'd probably be sleeping on the roof at school and playing video games at home, actually. What a life. You'd probably sneak onto the roof at school to nap your classes away and waste your time at home on video games. That's what you'd be doing. Wow, she's pretty sharp. Okay, you got me. Good. Honestly, you'd be helpless without me. Then I suppose it's a good thing that I have you around. Silence. The crowd, the traffic, the constant droning of nature all disappear. You're right, it really is a good thing. But if you seriously want to repay me, all you have to do is take care of yourself. Right. I took in a sharp breath of cold air, just what I need to cool my cheeks. You should come over. Any time this week is fine. You could come over and I'll help you review. Oh, sure. That would help. That's fine with you, right? I just said yes. Yeah. My voice vanishes in a puff of condensation as the sun strikes my eyes. And... da-da-da-da, there's a heroine now. Ba-ba-da. Wait, what? Okay, so that's gonna be Myra or something. It's the same. Hang on. I shouldn't lie to you. I'm not only asking you over to study. I open my mouth but nothing comes out. It's just like it was with Myra. Constraining, suffocating, dizzying. There's something I need to tell you. You don't mind, right? No, I mean... Or maybe I shouldn't. It'll make things more complicated and... It's okay. I'll listen. Okay? I squint in the sunset. I hear her silently. Are you sure? Won't this be a burden on you? Am I making the right choice? Are you sure you're ready to face your past? Ooh, finally. But in the end, it's probably just the sound of my own monologue. Thank you, Mark. You dumb Mark. Her words turn to condensation before I can hear them. I think I might really need your help. With what? I'll protect you no matter what? That line crosses my mind, but of course I could never bring myself to say it. What do you mean? It's just all just what do you call it? A fantasy made up when in Mark's head while he's in real life in a coma or something. Oh man, please don't be that. I'll do what I can to help. As if it were all nothing more than a daydream, she steps toward me and the world starts spinning again. Literally. That explains everything. I was actually in a dream. I'm still not sure what I'll do, but I'd appreciate it if you could come over. Then what? Okay, you don't even know what my purpose is for coming over? Even if it's only a favor. Don't worry about it. Besides, I always owe you favors, don't I? Okay. Oh, my neck. I mentally whine about the weather as my feet kick at the frozen dirt. Nothing happened, nothing at all. I talked to a friend about schoolwork and she invited me over to study and... Thump. Ugh. Why? Why her? Why not her? Ugh. Ouch. Please don't let this be a situation like Golden Time. God, that anime sucks. Everybody always rates it so highly. It's terrible. Holy shit. The one basic thing that they could do is like help him seek a professional, but they never do that. Like, what the fuck kind of stupid drama is this? A bruise materializes on one of my knuckles after I punch the bench. Unsurprisingly. Screw it. I am now a tool man. This is a waste of time. I try to push myself off the bench, but leaving already? That voice. I should be surprised, but somehow it feels like the most natural thing in the world. Holy shit, it's you! You faded in existence. Myra, what are you doing here? I could ask the same of you, but I won't. So let's drop the subject. Her smile is a few times more soothing than a punch to the bench. Actually, now that she's here, maybe I can get some information out of her. Yeah. You know, Myra, I forgot to ask. It's a nice evening, don't you think? The weather. Again. I guess I can't deny that. I'm glad you agree. Shall we go for a walk? I just went for a walk, woman. You want me to walk again? Please have mercy on my legs. I'm sore. Well played, Myra. You're good at changing the subject. Because you let her change the subject, stupid. You let her change the subject. But you're not teleporting out of here this time. Yeah. Okay, what are we doing? I'll be back. Don't forget to stretch. Well, am I supposed to click on something? Yes, I was supposed to click on something. So, have you read any good books lately? I wonder why she didn't seem this cheerful when we first met. Sorry to change the subject, but are we lost? We ended up wandering around the park after we left, but the trees seem to have closed in around us. Now that you mention it, you've gotta be kidding me. So have you read any good books lately? Dude, what the fuck? We're lost. You've gotta be kidding me. Kidding? You mean you didn't like anything that came out last month? She can't be that then, can she? I'm not reading some modern literature. Ah, so you prefer the classics then? She beams at me innocently. I almost let out a sigh. No, I meant I'm not into reading in general. Sorry. What about movies? Movies work too. Well, let's see. There was a horror movie with zombies. What was it called again? Left 4 Dead. That's not very specific. Oh, I saw one with the Spartans. That was pretty cool. Meet the Spartans? That's hilarious. People can't take a good joke. It's a joke movie. Of course it's supposed to look like that. It's supposed to be fucking... yeah. It's a parody movie. What were you guys expecting? A fucking high art or something? You're fucking kidding me. She lifts her foot, as if to kick me into an abyss. Well, if you're ever bored, you can borrow books or a few movies from me anytime. How? Where do you even live? My father pretty much has the entire library in our basement. Oh, that's right. So you're interested? More importantly, your father. You're interested in my father? No, I don't swing that way. No, not that. I mean, your father. Who is he? She looks a little uncomfortable. Well, I suppose I'm partly to blame for that. Are you stalking me, Mark? What the fuck? You were the one who brought him up first. Pot, meet, kettle. Okay, wait, let me start over. What I'm getting at is, what's your family like? Is that really the kind of question you need to think about? Or what kind of house do you live in? Where do you live, for that matter? Do you have any siblings then? What school do you go to? Mark, why do you want to know all of this? Because you just came out of nowhere and you're like, hey, what's up, bud? Like, what? We haven't seen each other in 3 years. Of course I'm going to be curious. This time I sigh audibly. Okay, time for plan B. Well, then let me just tell you outright. I have virtually no idea who you are, and yet you seem to know me pretty well. Well, isn't that odd? I guess. Then let me put it this way. I figured that in order for us to continue seeing each other and for me to help you, I should try and get to know you better. It would make it easier for you to find what you're searching for. For us to regain our lost time is what I was thinking, but... I see, sorry. It's just that I was warned by my parents to be wary of strangers. Strangers? If we're strangers, then how did you know my name before we met? Jackpot. I wonder. Or not. That'll be my little secret. One of many. By the way, you live with your sister, right? Rin? Yeah, I've been taking care of her because her parents spend a lot of time at work. Although sometimes it's the other way around. Sometimes you spend a lot of time at work? You know what I mean. I'm kidding. And hey, it must be nice to have such a caring sibling. I smirk as I remember the plethora of threats and special attacks she's come up with over the years. It's not as nice as you'd think. Sure, she can cook and do household chores, but when you have to explain to your teacher why your sister showed up in class yelling, "Look, any time my friend taught me how to do the God finger," it can be quite a hassle. Myra chuckles at my misery. Well, I guess it's pretty funny in retrospect. Still, she cares about you. You should be happy. That smile is almost enough to make me forget my original mission. Almost. Why do you say that? Are you an only child, Myra? Sort of, I guess. Do you know what a yes or no question is? Well, it's a complicated situation. I see. How so? It's a complicated situation that can't be explained with words, I guess. I wonder when she'll realize that I'm more patient than her. Yeah. Well, you see, my family isn't quite an ordinary family. We're different. What? Stepfather, stepmother? But not so different that we're not ordinary, you know? Are they non-humans? Are they demi-humans? What? No, I don't. To put it simply, it's like walking home from school and having to decide between going to your small 2-bedroom apartment where your parents treat you kindly or your uncle's mansion filled with books and electronics and everything else, except that you'd be all by yourself. Kinda like that, except different, because I don't really have an uncle and my parents don't live in a 2-bedroom apartment. So you technically live alone? That's what you call putting it simply? Yeah, it's so confusing. So basically, I'm trying to summarize the story so far and I realize that I haven't learned a single thing other than where to go for free books. Confused? Don't worry. A lot of people have trouble understanding me at first because you don't talk like normal. I wonder whose fault that is. There's no rush though. We've got our whole lives ahead of us. She teases a smile out of me. I admit defeat. But if I ever want to talk to you, what should I do? I mean, walking all the way to school at night is kind of impractical. Do you have a cell phone or anything? Don't worry about it. Contacting you will be my job. It's what I do best. Stalking me is what you do best? Hey, don't make it sound like a crime. I won't even bother. But really, is there anything that you want from me? Our eyes meet, and I see something. I was mistaken the other night. This isn't angelic or ghostly at all. She's very, very human. I don't want anything specific from you, or anything tangible. I'm just happy that we can finally be together. But is there anything that you wish for? Maybe. She bites her tongue, pondering as if choosing the course of her life. All I really want is for things to stay the way they are. If things stay the way they are, then we won't ever actually move on to other things. We won't actually progress. We won't actually grow, develop, mature, and all that stuff, you know? Oh, wait, shit. I got too immersed. Great job, visual novel. Great job, Sepia Tears. If you want to try the game I have to end it here because I have to prepare for work. So this is Sepia Tears. If you want to try the game for yourselves, the links are in the description. That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourself. So it does a lot of anime tropes, which is fine. Nothing too bad about it. But yeah, when it came into this part, I got really immersed. Like, what is her deal? I want to know, man. Pretty good so far. I like it.